So this is a front end I've discovered recently, however, it is quite impressive. Let's take a look at Reset Collection. So this is going to be another Google Play Store only front end. This is Reset Collection by Retro Lounge Lab. And I've only recently become aware of this one, although it does seem quite popular, 10,000 plus downloads. This is a paid app. I think it was, I want to say about £4.50, about $5. I'll make sure I put the full price up here somewhere. So if you want to part with your cash, then you'll know how much you're parting with. So we're going to give it an install. So when we boot it up, it's going to ask for files permission. So we're obviously going to give it that. And then when we go back, at first glance, you can see this looks totally different to any front end I've covered previously. So we're going to add a new system. So unfortunately, like Beacon and the IG Show and front ends like that, the process is quite manual. However, I do quite like how when you add a system, it guides you. So we're going to set RetroArch's MGBA core. So it'll tell you that it's found that version, and then it's going to ask me for the ROMs folder. But this is the ROMs folder for the system, not the overall ROMs folder. So do make sure that you select the right one, and then just choose the current folder. So you can add the games without scraping, you can scrape and add the games. So this uses the Launchbox metadata. So for those of you who aren't aware, Launchbox is you can get it on Android, but the Android version is what I didn't think it was great. I did look at it very briefly, but on PC, it is basically a front end for your retro games, your Steam games, your Windows games, all in one. And it has its own metadata library. So this uses that. So we're going to scrape and add the games. And then you can see it's going to scrape through. You get these fun facts as well. So it gives you something to read whilst you're waiting for the scraper, which always very nice. I love little touches like that. But you can see in terms of scraping, it is quite quick. It's not scraping everything, but it's scraping quite a lot. Got this lovely little boot video, very retro, very cute. So here is our games. I've got Pokemon Diabound. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Unbound, so there's a mismatch there. Yep, it is Unbound. Don't really know what's happened with that one. But if we press and hold, we should be able to fix game match. So I'm going to do Pokemon Unbound. Have I got just Unbound Battle Tower? Doesn't appear to have the correct one. Oh, that kind of works. Don't know why it said Battle Tower. So you can go to the systems, and then that'll give you this nice little view. We've got our Game Boy Advance SP there, and then you do get this big chunky description. I do love this. And then you've got our artwork, we've got our metadata, and the scraping was a lot faster. And it was easy enough to fix the match when it was a mismatch. So we'll just add another system. So we'll try some PS1. We'll see how it handles PS1. So there we go, I've now got my little chunky PSX. Not the PS1, the PS1 was the little teeny one. The PSX, the big old chunky lad. I do love it's got the big chunky artwork there. I would love it if it had the video as well, like if you paused for a second, but you can't win them all. Oh, it does. Well, I stand corrected. Although it looks like... Oh, it's connected to YouTube on the Arcade Forever YouTube channel. That's really cool. So it's not actually scraped the movies, so you don't have to take up your space with that. I'm going to assume this only works if you're connected to the internet. But cool little feature that I didn't know about before recording. So we're all learning. Every day is a school day. So back on our little menu screen, we also have our app launcher. You can refresh your collections if you add new games to your folders, for example. But we can have a look at our settings. Quite basic for the most part for settings. You can select custom boot videos. There's a couple there already. Obviously, you can add custom ones. You can manage your collections. Oh yeah, there's an option there to autoplay YouTube videos. It probably did cover it, and I just skipped through it at the beginning. And then you can set which artworks and things to download. Always very cool. It has a search feature. So we have our random game button, and I really like this because it doesn't actually show you what game it is. Oh, it tells me there with the achievements, it's Lucky Luke. So if you've got retro achievements disabled on your RetroArch or DuckStation, then it's a nice surprise, but that ruined the surprise, didn't it? And that is Reset Collection. Very interesting, I'll say. Not one I've had much experience with and not one I've used a lot. I don't like that the setup is so manual. I do wish that it was a bit more automated, but I do kind of love how it's really committed to the retro aesthetic, especially with those style videos. They are great, and I'd like to see this one continue with its development in the future. If you like this video, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. I've got many more videos coming out about the AYN Thor and other retro handhelds over the coming months, so be sure to stay tuned because you don't want to miss any of those. Drop a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.